Everybody, I want to check in about where everyone is so far in this class because now is a really important time for you to start getting more comfortable working with text editors and learning your how CSS works with HTML. So just to show you a couple things, this is our text editor that we have open, and what we need to do is upload these documents to the Simmons web server space. So in order to do that, you would use a tool like CyberDuck or the FileZilla option that is provided to you in the course documents as well. But you always want to select the SFTP, and then the server is web.simmons.edu, and then you enter in your username and password. And then if you look here, you'll see that your public HTML folder should show up. And then within that, if you did the command line lab correctly, you should have a file folder that's called LAS488. So that's how to transfer things using the using CyberDuck. FileZilla works a little bit differently. I like CyberDuck just because I think it's a little bit more elegant and just a little bit easier to use. So the other thing I want to point out is that with accessing your documents online, in order to do that, if you want to look at your file directory in a web browser and navigate it that way, you can do that by typing in web.simmons.edu / and then the tilde and then your username, whatever that is, your Simmons username. And then you can see that this directory matches what is in my directory in CyberDuck. So if you look underneath the public HTML folder, all of these folders line up to all these folders over here, and then I have this test.html document as well. So this is a nice way to access your materials, and I just want to show you what having your CSS linked and not linked, how that makes a difference for your web pages. So here I have this sadpanda.html page where, you know, the HTML document is fine, but I've commented out the link in the head tags that links my external style sheet. So I commented that out, so it's not going to work. And if I go to the class folder and then click on this link, this is an HTML document that is not using CSS. So as you can see, you know, we don't have any of the background colors that we've created. We don't have any kind of formatting whatsoever. So just to emphasize that, that is what your CSS is doing. And then to show you the CSS, this is the CSS that I created. So I haven't done anything related to making it mobilely responsive yet, but here we have sort of some basic CSS that's got colors, text size, text fonts, background, color, and design. I think I've got a couple borders in there as well, but we're not seeing any of them because they're not linked in our HTML file. So to link them, you would just want to have this little blurb in between the two head tags in your HTML file. So we have a head tag here, and then we have a head tag here, and you can see that this link to the external style sheet is within those two tags. And so if I save this and then reload the page, it still says it's a document that's not using CSS, but now we know that it is. So here's the sad panda, and we would have to change this and make it a happy red panda because now our CSS is working. So with this last assignment, that's what I was looking for. I was looking to see that you successfully created your HTML document, you've linked your style sheet externally, and you have transferred it to your Simmons web server space using one of the tools that I asked you to download. One quick kind of fun shortcut I want to show you is that pretty much all of your text editors will allow you to will allow you to connect to the server through the text editor. So if you go to File, at least in BBEdit, File, and then Open, you could either open from the server or you could save to the server. So let's say I just want to save this to the server. I'm already logged in, so let's go ahead and disconnect so I can show you what that looks like. So if you're not connected in BBEdit, and you click connect, the server is going to be the same as what you would enter in CyberDuck, and then you have your username and your password and the path, which should pop up. If not, you might have to enter that in. And then click connect, and then you save that connection. And this is telling me, oh, do you want to overwrite because it already exists on the server? Well, yeah, I do. So that's another way to do it. If you do take that route, I recommend saving your files in two places just because you want to back up in case something happens to the server. But it is a really nice way to work on your projects and then have them sort of updated in real time in the Simmons web server. And it's also a good option if you're one of those people like me who will like create this really nice web page on my, in my documents or on a flash drive, and then transfer it to the web server, and then forget to change the file names, which causes lots of problems, as you may have figured out when you're trying to link your files to one another. So that is that. Please let me know if you have any questions. And I'm really enjoying seeing what you all are creating, and I can't wait to see what you do next.